everyone, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we have a triple unboxing. Yeah, triple means 3, and we have 3 boxes to open.
Triple means 3?
Yes. So I've been sitting on a couple of these boxes for a little while now because these are all March boxes, except for one. We'll get into that. But one box didn't show up until today. So I have an Afterlight box from Illumicrate. I have a box from Illumicrate, but not the actual Illumicrate box, and I don't actually know what book is in here, even though I bought it. It would have been me that bought it. I don't know what it is. And then I have a rainbow crate. So I think we're gonna basically go in that order. Presley is here to help me because none of it is like a box with items. We'll see how interested he is because usually he likes really getting into the items. But everything is just going to be books today. So let's start with Afterlight, which I know what this is. Afterlight.
This one says Afterlight.
It does. I know what the book is. I'm actually very, very excited for it because I only get book boxes. You know. I only get book boxes that I'm excited for now because otherwise I just have too many books in general and then I don't read them. So we're going to open it up. Well, here is the theme, To the Moon and Back.
Whoa, this is a cool book.
It is, huh?
With bubble wrap?
With bubble wrap. Let's get it out.
You can pop the bubbles.
If you want, you can pop the bubbles. Okay. So this is the Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton. They have gone for like a really dark purple color scheme here, whereas the original book would have been more this color scheme, like the more brighter pink. But I think it...
Bubble.
You did, but I think it looks really cute. And it says 3 months until blast off, 3 months to convince everyone their fake relationship is the real deal. But as the countdown gets closer, will they ignore the gravity that's pulling them together or give in to love and shoot for the stars? So the reason I picked this to get, because again, I've been making sure I want the books before they come in, is it is a fake dating relationship between this woman and an astronaut. I think they meet at like a cafe or like a Starbucks sort of situation, and they need to beneficially for each other be their fake relationship. But as they get to know each other, feelings potentially could be arising, but he is an astronaut being like gonna be going to space soon. So I like that sort of idea of a fake relationship developing feelings. Like fake dating is one of my favorite tropes. But then there is that sort of time factor with it as well. Here are our edges. I actually really like that they have the rocket and it like comes in from the cover. And then let's see. Ooh! Okay, it's a white naked hardcover. But on the front we have these like silver, it's not going to show you. There you go. Silver doodles, accents. Like, I don't know. I like that a lot. We do have the end papers. Let me check if it's the same on both sides. It is not. Here is our other side, and then it is going to be signed as well. So this is one that I'm very excited for.
What does this box have?
We're gonna see. Okay, so the next one I have here is an Illumicrate. Like I said, this is not the Illumicrate box for March. I did not get that one. It was just not something that sounded... Illumicrate. Not something that it sounded like I wanted. It was like a certain type of fantasy. Not my thing. Oh, okay.
It's a book?
It is a book. So this, it was something that I ordered as like an extra special edition sort of thing.
It's wrapped in bubble wrap too.
It is also wrapped in bubble wrap. This is a sequel to a book that was in an Illumicrate, like monthly box, that I have not read. But I'm at that point where I actually pretty liked well enough, I should say. I gave it like a 4-star. A different book by this author. And I've been really wanting to read this one. It has really good reviews. And when I say this one, I mean the first book in the series. And I love the editions that Illumicrate has been doing for this. So I had to pick it up. It is Dark Star Burning Ash Falls White by Amelie Wen Zhao. So the first book was Song of Silver, Flame Like Night. It is an Asian-inspired, Chinese-inspired fantasy. I really, really love the way that they do the covers. I do feel like these covers are not too far off from, I think, the UK editions. Like, they still have this on there, I'm pretty sure, but the color's a little bit different. We do have the edges that are really cool because it is like stenciled and everything like that. And then underneath, it is a full color illustration on the naked hardcover. And this is like just one of those things that I absolutely love. Like, it looks so nice. And this is going to be signed as well to match the first one. I don't know if this is a duology or not, but like I said, I've read a different YA book by this author that I think I gave like 3.5 or 4 stars. Not my favorite fantasy setting, so I feel like I'm gonna like this one even more. Ooh, we actually have end papers. Why did I not show you the end papers? So you guys actually got to see this one because it has the signature on it, but then there is another one that is different on the back. So yeah, I bought the sequel.
Let's move on to the Rainbow Crate box.
Yes, let's move on to the Rainbow Crate box.
What does it have? Is it the items?
No, there's no items in this box. Like I said, Presley was gonna be like, where is the items? There's no items in this box. Everything is just books now for Rainbow Crate. But we have 2 books in here. Yeah, 2 books. I do also know what is in here. This is their March box. This is the one that I was waiting for. They had a delay with one of the books, and so that's why it took until like almost end of April. Let's see. Okay, so this is our theme. It's called Be Gay, Do Crime. Let's get into it. So what do we have first?
Whoa, is an item?
Sort of, yeah. So we have a bookmark that I'm pretty sure goes with the book or the books. I think it's both. I think this one goes with one book, and I dropped it. And this one goes with the other, if we can see it. And then, don't bend it.
Paper.
There is rainbow paper in there. We can show them too. We have a signed book plate for one of the books. Okay.
How is the rainbow paper?
Well, they do have rainbow paper. Do you want to get the stuff out? Look.
No, 2 books.
2 books, rainbow paper. Okay, so the first one is in bubble wrap. So this is going to be the indie book pick for March. I really am enjoying the cover of this. It is Junker 7 by Olive J. Kelly. Like, I love the art on this. Like, it looks so good. I love the space aspect. I do love the characters there. It's a romantic queer sci-fi epic about changing the galaxy one girl at a time. Castor Quasar, who's a junker, a bounty hunter making a living off collecting and selling valuable scrap. And then there's like some sort of adventure they're going to go on. I try not to read too much into the summaries sometimes. Like, I'll read them to make sure I want the book. And this was one of the ones that I really wanted. Actually, I think both of the books in this box I really wanted, because sometimes Rainbow Crate has like one book is like what's really pulling me to the box and the other one's okay. I'm actually very interested in both. But one thing I like about Rainbow Crate is they do have nutrition facts, and so we're gonna get to those in just a second. Let's look at the rest of the book. So we do have under the dust jacket a like goldfish with like a constellation sort of thing. I love the text of this one, Junker 7, like how they did that. On the back it says, "We did it and we're gonna keep doing it. You, me, and the fucking galaxy." Love it. We do also have some end papers that like look like computer screens for maybe like a ship, which is cool. Oh, it's also different end papers on the other side, which is very nice. And then, like I said, we do have nutrition facts, which gives you like a little snapshot of things that you could expect in the book, whereas not exactly giving a full summary, but I personally do like that. So nutrition facts, it has 307 pages. Yeah, it doesn't feel too big. The representation, we have lesbian, butch, femme, transgender, and autism. I think the author is actually autistic. This was one of the recommendations that some people had for the Autism Acceptance Readathon that I'm currently still participating in April. Genre is sci-fi romance. Plot has space chase, queer rage, grumpy sunshine, and forced proximity. Demographics, they have new adult 100%. I don't think I've ever seen a new adult demographic in their nutrition facts. Usually it says like young adult or adult, but okay, new adult. And then point of view is first person. So I feel like that should give you enough. It gave me enough. I'm very excited for this one. And then the other book we have here is a traditionally published book. What they will usually do, and I think Presley's done. Are you done?
Yes.
Yes. is give you an extra dust jacket on it. So it's the original traditional hardcover book, and then they just like add on to it. I think every so often they will do like a whole new thing, but we do have a signed book plate for this book as well. And it is going to be Icarus by K. Ankrum. I've never read anything by K. Ankrum, but I've been very interested. And I also like the idea of like the actual mythology of Icarus. This is a very sort of cool Renaissance-y cover, like the art style. Like, I mean, can you guys see? Like, I mean, yeah, come on. It looks like the author's note is actually what's here on the back of this dust jacket, because it actually says like, dear reader, there's some stuff here, and it is from Kayla, who is K. Ankrum. So I think that is cool. Here is the original cover underneath. It is the dust jacket, just like an orange hardcover there. And so again, this is going to be a YA book for sure, but we'll go through the nutrition facts. I'm very curious about this one. So pages is 400, representation is Achillean, intersex, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and black. Genre is heisty love story. Plot is heist, heist, heist. Learn about yourself, hidden lover, and bad parents. Demographics, it says it's like 100 young adult but 50 adult. So what I'm going to get from that is that it is young adult with maybe some crossover appeal, which, I mean, hey, I'm 34. I do think there's probably some crossover appeal, and it is third person close point of view. So that's what we have for Rainbow Crate. Now, one thing I wanted to mention while we are here and things have been happening in the bookish community over the weekend is that I am a little bit iffy on Rainbow Crate right now, and I just didn't feel comfortable unboxing something and not talking about what I know of the situation. It might not be the entire situation, it might not be everybody's exact same opinions, that kind of thing, but I thought I needed to at least mention here. So there was some stuff revealed over the weekend about Freydis Moon, who is an author that I've heard really good things about their books. They are trans and Latinx. However, they're not Latinx, they are white. I think they are technically, potentially still trans. It's hard to tell with that because they have like 7 aliases now. There are multiple different names that they used to be under and that they currently are under, and the reason they had all these different names was to perpetuate the fact that they were a Latinx author, even though they're not. They seem to have done a lot of like bullying and like gaslighting of creators and things, and this has recently come to light with a lot of screen grabs and receipts, and it's just absolutely mind-boggling. Now, at the end of last year, Rainbow Crate had issued an announcement that they were no longer going to be working with Bryn, who is another trans author who writes like mermaid and vampire and different like that kind of stuff books. And one of their books that I absolutely love, was one of my favorite books of the year a few years ago, was Our Bloody Pearl. And I have recommended it many times on my channel. And back in, I think, October, Rainbow Crate issued a statement that they were no longer going to be working with Bryn and no longer going to be publishing their vampire books, even though they had previously published like the first one and were going to do a reprint and then publish the second one. They just backed out. We only were really told that it was due to potential bullying, potential racism. It was very vague. They never really gave us receipts for stuff. People were speculating things that it was about Freydis Moon, and it was, but I've been following this author for a while. I never stopped following them on Instagram, and while they never really had like, here's the exact thing that went down, they never were actually like showing blatant bullying. And it's because we got some more stuff about it when this Freydis Moon stuff went down, that it was really Freydis Moon sort of bullying and gaslighting them. And when they blocked them and went to other people saying, hey, this stuff happened to me that was very not good, I just want to warn you about this, because of the fact that they were speaking out against stuff that happened to them, Freydis, were taking it into like extra, like going behind their back to Rainbow Crate and saying, hey, this person keeps bullying me, messaging me, this is not something that should happen. And again, you can go on Dee and Bryn's Instagram. They have stories, and not even just stories, reels about what happened, and it gets more into their side of the story. And so it's a very like iffy area about this. Well, today Rainbow Crate issued a statement, because they said it was going to take them a while to put together a formal statement about what happened with them and Freydis Moon and Dee and Bryn. And the apology, their statement, has no comments on Instagram because it's not an apology or anything on Instagram. It's a link to a Google Doc that is like 4 pages long, which basically got into a whole like, we were bullied by Freydis Moon to denounce Dee and Bryn, but we do think what Dee and Bryn was doing was not okay. We think it is still bullying, even though we were told by other people that it wasn't, and we didn't want to come across as like saying that we weren't going to work with them, but Freydis Moon threatened to say that we were a racist company if we didn't denounce Dee and Bryn, so we did, but we're not going to apologize and we're not going to work with them going forward. And it was just like a really weird sort of thing. Again, I'll link stuff down below. But because of that, like, I feel like it could have been just a very, like, they were taken in by Freydis Moon with how things went down. Like, it was obviously not 100% their fault for believing one author over the other, but that makes them a victim too. But at the same time, I don't think that absolves them from also doing harm to another author who was indie and trans and stuff like that, who did lose work. People didn't want to buy their books because of everything that happened, but they never really full out apologized either. It was like 4 pages of trying to shift blame to different people. And so because of that, I'm a little bit iffy on Rainbow Crate. I think I've already signed up for the April and potentially May boxes, but I'm gonna really consider, do I want to support people that don't know how to give an actual apology? Like, they don't have to work with Dee and Bryn again if they don't want to, but none of it was, we were taken in, we messed up, we're sorry. It was a lot of, well, this happened, but we still blame them. And I just don't think that really sits well with me right now, so I just wanted to put that out there. I do have the Rainbow Crate stuff, but I didn't think I could unbox it in good faith without at least letting people know what's going on and how I sort of feel like that situation and that like statement wasn't necessarily the best choice. We'll see what I think going forward, but yeah, that's where we're at right now. So that was everything for different books today. I had been waiting to unbox these for a little while, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more videos. I do have videos coming out Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays, so I will see you then. Bye!